Have you ever thought of solutions of how you can solve your black tax, especially if you're a married couple? I think we hear a lot of things going wrong in finances between couples. And in today's video, we want to share 5 practical, intentional things that you can do in your relationship, and you can be able to manage black tax, but you can still be able to continue building your wealth here in South Africa, my good friends. And I'm sure these principles can apply to everybody, irrespective of where you are in the world. My name is TJ. I am married, and we've been managing black tax over the years. And we don't see it as a black tax anymore because in one of my previous videos, I indicated that this is our God-given obligation to do. Looking after family, but there's around about 3 types of families that there are. It is the family that you have chosen between you and the spouse that you've got and the kids. It's your primary obligation. And you've got what we call extended family, which is where you come from, your partner comes from somewhere else and you come from somewhere else. And over and above that, we got our God-chosen family, which is the church. And these are 3 types of families that we belong to. And within all of that, they all require some money in one form or the other. So how best can we be able to intentionally, practically do these things? And I'm going to try to give you real life examples in which you can be able to navigate this terrain. There is no master in this topic. It's a try and error over a season. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is TJ, your host, and I'm a former banker and founder here at the TJ Tribe. And I do business with a focus in student accommodation, flips, which is buy and sell, and coaching, with the hope that all of us, as young, upcoming modern parents, we can be able to have passive income from real estate. Welcome to the channel. I'm just going to give you my top 5, and then I'm expecting that you can also give us maybe your top 2 on how best you have navigated this, with obviously some real life practical lessons. So the first one that I'm going to give you, my good friends, is set a family support budget as a couple, right? So you've got your parents, I've got my parents. Or you've got your siblings, I've got my siblings. We're talking about extended family here. And the reason that we are helping them, I just want it to be out there. The reason we are helping them is because they potentially failed or are not able to fend for themselves, or they failed in their game in managing their financial affairs. So they didn't look after themselves. Because had they done that, which is what we advocate here, to grow your alternative income, by the time you're 60, you shouldn't be dependent. You should be dependable on anybody at all. So for the reasons that we are helping them, there is a problem there, and we should be able to look at that, especially if they are older to us, on what went wrong and how best can we not fall into the same trap. So whilst we are, yes, setting up a family support budget, let us learn from these things. If they are younger, they're younger. You might have a brother who's gone and see Jesus, and he left 3 kids. But he didn't have a policy, so there's no life policy that have paid out. And now all of a sudden, you're responsible for these 3 kids. It's a reality of life. And we must not forget that these things, life happens. Right? We must not forget about these things. Now, all of a sudden, you're a single mom, and you're a single someone, and then bingo, now you got 3 kids. It's possible. I have seen it all. Now, my good friends, I want to give you an example of what do we mean by set a family budget. Now, each month, we may decide that we're going to set aside 2,000 rands together into a family support account, right? And that's the maximum that we will contribute. So we're not going to be dipping into our savings amount, into our investment account, hoping that you have a savings and investment account, right? So you're not dipping into those things, and this is what you've got. Now, I know that there's going to be something is going to come up. You didn't think about it, and there's a I call it lastminute.com, and there's a lastminute.com of an emotional request. Woo-wee. Yeah, you know those emotional requests, allow for no last minute emotional spending. That's what it is. Emotional requests comes in to emotional spending. So no last minute emotional spend, right? It is what it is. I gave you 2,000, let's move on, right? Now, let's also try to keep both partners feeling heard and supported in the relationship. So your partner's needs might be greater than the other one, because the other ones could be financially stable and the other ones are not. So this 2,000 actually might just be a full-on contribution, your 2,000 and your partner's 2,000. It's 4,000 to the in-laws. I've seen that, right? So let's be sensitive whilst we are creating this family support budget on the outcome of it. Remember, there's two people here that are together, and what we are trying to do is to say, how best can we manage each other's backgrounds, where we come from, making sure that the people are still surviving and we are not just be the Jones ourselves and they are not. Does it make sense? I hope that's been of help for you. Point number 2, prioritize building an emergency fund together. What's an emergency fund? An emergency fund is, we are aware that there's going to be family challenges that are going to come up. Family, we defined it as you, the partner, and your 2 kids. And we are always saying that try to make sure that at bare minimum, you can cover maybe 3 months of savings, right? And this is 3 months of your living expenses. So let's look at all of your expenses is maybe like, let's say 20,000. So can you save up to 60,000? And maybe we can put it into a tax-free one of these savings account, and you got 60,000 that's just chilling there, and this can gives you what we call a breathing room of unexpected situations. Because if you've got family that you're supporting and you don't have your own support fund, or should I say your own emergency fund, when something happens in your personal space, the ripple effect is that you're not going to be able to help out anyone else. If you have ever flown with an aeroplane before, if you've ever been in an aeroplane before, they've got this whole concept of saying that once you're on board, hello, welcome on board, and then you sit down, and after you sit down, they give you the procedures of what needs to happen if there's an emergency. And the fascinating thing that many of us, one of my lessons learned when I started flying, at the age of around about 30, I think I was 33 when I started flying, and my son started flying at around about 4 years old, and when he was 12 we were comparing. It was like, what, you were 30 years? I'm like, boy, don't mess around with where I come from. But nonetheless, we're digressing. So here's the thing, if you don't have an emergency fund, something happens to you it will have a ripple effect of a stop into the other families. So now there was an expectation of this 4,000, it's no longer coming, and now it's an issue. So I want to make sure that here at the TJ Tribe, our goal is how best can you create alternative income. So that's why we're talking about these things. So let's start with the baby steps. What are the baby steps? Create an emergency fund. That's a baby step. 101, everybody, whether you're employed or unemployed, you are working towards your business, 101, let's make sure that you've got that. Second one is that let's make sure that over and above the emergency fund, you've got your investment fund. There's a deal that's coming through, you can be able to throw in some money, right? That deal is maybe 100,000, but you can do 50,000. So you're in a JV with someone else. Now you're going to make 15-20% of that money in 6 months, in a year's time. Hey, that's a good return. That's what we teach here, right? That's what we aspire to be here. So my good friends, you want to be able to protect your marriage and the future plans from financial emergencies. Right? I want to take that again. You want to be able to protect your marriage from future plans and from family financial emergencies. What do I mean by that? Here's the thing. Many people are getting divorced. The divorce rate is at a high. One of the biggest challenges of divorces is communication and finances. Those two big ones. So how often are you talking to your missus? Are you talking tangible things or just, fluff? No. Make sure that you're also talking tangible stuff. Making sure that you're also having conversations about money. Regular conversations. Guys, we're always talking about money here. I'm obsessed with money. It's one of my obsession. But my obsession is coming from a perspective of I don't want to be poor. I don't want. So if I can master all of these things, but I have a better half and I'm not so sure whether we're on the same page. So if we're not on the same page, how best can we grow together? And that's why we're having these conversations. I did a similar video like this one, but it was not from a marriage perspective. So that's why I've decoupled that and I am giving meat into how best can we work around this, specifically that we are married. So you want to protect your marriage. The way you can protect your marriage is to make sure that you've got these boundaries. Emergencies will happen, so we need to be able, they will come. My little one, she is 10 now, I think. She's 10, not I think, she is 10. Yeah. When she was born, and bingo, 2 days later, we were released, we went back home. Third day, we got home and she was just throwing up. She was throwing up green stuff. She was in the morning, Jenna and I were panicking. The brother comes through into the room. What's happening with my sister? We're not so sure. We decided to go to casualty. And bingo, we went to casualty. And for the next 33 days, she's in ICU. They'd done a major surgery on her. And had I not been financially stable, had I not have an emergency fund, had I not had insurance on medical, Jenna had just given birth, so she is frail. She is not concentrating on anything else other than the little one that has just arrived. That's her world right now. My job was to make sure that anything and everything around needs to be done. That's where I play my role, right? That's what being the man. That's what I do. That's the God-given. I didn't choose to be a man. I just woke up and I was a man, right? So with that in mind, we need to make sure that we are in the position to do our job. So, my name is TJ. I'm your friend. I'm trying to help you. And we would have never known. I mean, if I show you some of the pictures I'm going to show you anyway. Our little one, how she was at the time. It was a scary moment. Could I share to my wife that I'm scared? I was the brave guy. But I was scared. Hey, my little one might just go. But I'm also a Christian. I'm thinking if she goes, she's going to Jesus. So I'm also happy if she does. But do I want her to go? No, I don't want her to go. She just arrived. What do I need to do? I need to move this money from there to make this money there, make this money available. My good friends. I just don't know how to explain this to you in a way that you can grasp. I'm hoping that you are understanding it. I really am. And this is all in the help that we can be better people and we can manage our finances better. The third one I'm going to give you an example to is create a wealth project instead of giving handouts. So I stopped giving handouts long time ago. They got names for me. They play a hate on me. They call me pompous. They call me all sorts of names. Anke. TJ don't care. Because I'm building my wealth here. But instead of giving monthly cash out maybe to your parents, one of my boys doesn't stay far away from me. He's an Indian boy. Ellen is 40s. His dad is 68, somewhere there. He bought his dad a Yaris, Toyota Yaris. One of these new Toyotas. And the dad does Ubers 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day, Monday to Friday. The father gets out of the house. He goes to take a load. They picks up packages. He drops it off in the different houses. He stays in the Babs, by the way. But let me tell you what happens. It keeps the dead young. By 12 o'clock comes through, he's done. He works from around about 7 to 12 o'clock. He's done. At 1 o'clock, he's picking up the kids. By the time he gets home, he is smashed, tired. By the time he gets home, he's going to tell his wife all of the experience in the day. They connect. Happy marriage, happy parents. Month end, there's a bit of money coming through their way. Come on, guys. Come on. I am not saying that all of us, we have the capability of buying Toyota Yarises and go and buy cars. I'm not saying that. Get the principle. Maybe it's not about, maybe it's a spaza. In my previous video, I spoke about a spaza. Maybe it's a spaza. Maybe it's about poultry farming, right? It is. I did poultry farming, it didn't work out for me, but maybe you don't have to have thousands. Maybe it's 500 chickens that you're doing. In 6 weeks, that 500 could turn out into X amount of money. Come on, guys. Is this making sense? Am I helping someone? My name is TJ. I'm your friend. I'm just trying to help out. I apologize for disrupting this hot conversation, but I just wanted to make sure that I remind you of why we exist here at the TJ Tribe. My good friends, it is our mission here at the TJ Tribe to ensure that every modern family earns what we call alternative income using real estate. And if that is you, you've been wondering how you can start or how you can scale, I have a solution for you. The solution is simply visit our website. You'll see it coming through here. And the website is www.thetjtribe.com, and click on where it says book your discovery call. When you do that, actually, my friends, it does not cost you anything at all to book that slot. So no strings attached. Jump onto that website and either myself or one of my team members will be able to help you on your next steps. So don't be that family, the one that is being left out in creating alternative income. Because from creating alternative income, that's when you can be able to create wealth a little bit later. And above that, that's when you can be able to create what we call legacy. So what are you waiting for? If you're not going to do it for yourself, I suggest that you do it for your family. You do it for the next generation. People that you might not be able to see, your relatives, that you might not be able to see today, but because of what you are building today, they'll be able to say, Grandpa so and so, he built this. So this is what I'm inviting you to say, we can help you. So what are you waiting for? Jump on our website and we will engage with you on the call. Let's go back to our video. Point number 4. This one might be a challenging one, but I thought let me just mention it. Remember, you're a married couple, right? Your partner sees your other in-laws what they are doing. So let's take an example. I'm going to try to explain it as plain as possible. I am married to Jenna. You all know that. I've got a brother. You all know that. A couple of brothers, actually. And they all have wives. So now it's no longer Jenna who's an in-law. There's other sisters-in-laws in the picture. Ooh, Okay, right. Okay. So in the marriage, in our marriage with Jenna, we also agreed that we should give an opportunity of taking the responsibility to others. So for instance, we would take the January month, my other brother would take in February, my other brother would take in March, my other brother. Now what it's now doing, it's freeing us, and we can be able to save up in the other months. Or we know that there's 5,000 that needs to be paid for the well-being of X. It's not a mother, it might be anybody. It might be anybody. So as brothers and sisters-in-law, we jump on a WhatsApp group and we say, how much should we be able to contribute? 50 Rand everybody, because everybody, that's what they can contribute. This is about this X person, and we contribute 50 Rand. But TJ, you can contribute 200,000 by yourself. Yes, it's not about me. It's about what all the brothers can contribute. Because maybe I've got a brother who is a janitor, right? I might be up there, but I've got a brother who's down here, right? And so whatever he can contribute, let's say 100 Rand, so I'm going to come down to support his 900 Rand. But hold on, he's 100. But hold on, I might say I'll contribute 200. Or what is the problem? He'll contribute 100 because I know that's his financial position. Oh, okay, great. I'll top in 1,000 because I can. Because the Lord has blessed me. Because I can. That doesn't make sense. But we are all contributing equally. The Bible speaks about giving according to your means, according to what God has blessed you with. But all need to give. Like I've always said here, I teach from a point of faith. So that's what we're talking about here. Does it make sense, my good friends? I'm hoping I'm helping you here. So now, this is where it becomes complicated. The other brother missed a month. So now, my wife finds out. And she tells me, but so-and-so missed his month. Why should we be contributing? And now it becomes maybe a cattish fight. And all of a sudden, everybody stops paying. And then all of a sudden, everybody exits the group. My name is TJ. I'm your friend. I'm just trying to help. These things do happen. You need to guard all of this because you know your mandate. 3 things that money is supposed to do for us. You remember? One of is what? Tax. I started with that because many of us don't want to pay tax. Pay tax. Come on, guys. Pay tax. Pay the minimum tax. Work with a tax consultant and work with the pay less tax. That's all. That's all. Right? Donald Trump spoke about it. Robert Kiyosaki spoke about it. We can all pay less taxes. So don't worry. The rich don't pay much tax. So let's pay less tax. But anyway, let's go. So pay taxes. What's the other 2? Looking after your family, isn't it? Looking after your family has 3 parts to it. Okay, I hope I'm teaching you some good stuff here. All right. Now, let me jump on. Let me come back to my notes here. I am all over my notes now. You guys stop it. Anyway, you can see I'm having fun here. Teaching you these things. Let's jump on to the 5th one. I think the 5th one, was it number 5? Did we spoke about, we did speak about rotating of responsibilities among family members. It can become saucy. Saucy. If you're not shy, you can tell us some of your saucy conversations that have happened between you. But number 5 is all about focus on growing alternative income streams together. Focus on growing alternative income streams together. I want to remove the S in the streams and I want to say focus on one. You already have an employment, which is great. So that's income stream number 1. Then now you jump on to something else. What is it? Is it in your house? Maybe Airbnb, your bedroom, because you already have it, right? Is it maybe starting a small project on an online shop? It doesn't require a lot of money. I always say that. I've got an online shop. My books are sold online. My courses are sold online. It's an online shop. Huh? You get it, right? Maybe you want to go big boy like me and do rentals, right? Buy a 2-bed, 1-bath here. Now you're jumping into a block of flats. I don't know. Or maybe you can do tutoring, like what I do. I teach, right? It's a side hustle, right? It's not changing my game in terms of money, but it's little money that's coming in. Every cent counts. So now if we started a weekend, right, and that weekend is all about side hustles, and the 80% of that is coming through as profits, I see a lot of people that do catering around, but they're not just doing it big to be profitable. So let your black tax come from side hustles. I think on this particular point, that's my goal. Let your black tax come from side hustles and not your main income, whether it's your salary or whatever it is. Utilize your main salary as your foundation, you plan better, and then your side hustle, you can be able to do whatever that you need to do. Does it make sense? Okay, good stuff. Now, as I land the plane, I want to say this to you. Black tax is real. Black tax is real. But with clear boundaries, that's number one. Teamwork, because it's you and the missus, remember, right? And a bigger wealth vision. Oh, yes. A wealth vision. You and your spouse can support your families without sacrificing your dreams. I'm going to say that again. Because I don't think... you know, when I give you these things, I am trying to help us as the tribe. I'm working on the journey with you. I might just be maybe 5 steps and you might be at 1. So we've got properties, 1 or 2 properties that are dedicated in paying so and so. I've dedicated a property for paying for my school fees son. This one is for this one, the particular properties. And it's because I've learned this art. And by the way, if you're one of those people that are saying, hey, TJ, this is gold, I want more of it. This is what we teach in the master classes. So you can come into the master classes and they are always available. But I want to repeat my closing statement. As I land the plane, black tax is real. We can't run away from it. It's our obligation. But with clear boundaries, teamwork, me and the partner and the missus, and a bigger wealth vision, you and your spouse, you can. It's possible, 100% possible, to support your families, your extended families, that is, without sacrificing your dreams. It's possible. I've done it. I'm doing it. Right? So it's possible. So until we meet each other again here at the TJ Tribe, on the next video, let me know in the comments how you have done black taxes in different ways, form or shape, and we can all learn from it. It is I, your boy, TJ. Boom.